Hey, jury. Hey, jury family. Happy pre-Friday. Hey, China. Sit with China in the chat. Hey, y'all. We got a lot of stuff to cover. Lots and lots and lots of tea. Tea from all over the world. So, Pink Honey, how you doing? How you doing? Me and Pink Honey was hanging out watching China on a podcast yesterday. They were talking about colorism. Hey, Kiva. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Sabrina. Welcome, jury family. Y'all, welcome. Welcome to Court Chronicles. Welcome to Thursday night live with the jury. We have a lot of tea to go over, and my focus and my energy is on CERN. We covered it before. April Coleman has set the jury. Thank you. Hey, Lynn, April Coleman. Thank you so much, Kiva. Thank you. And look, I feel like y'all can see the bags. I didn't go to sleep. I did an all-nighter. You know, sometimes you just get in the zone doing stuff. I was working on different stuff. So thank y'all. Hey, Kimmy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I wanted to spend some energy. I know we've been covering UST, and we're going to get to UST, celebrity tea, Calabasas tea. But I wanted to swing back around to Geneva, Switzerland, because we talked about life before the portal, and we all expressed various concerns about what the elites, what's going on with the elites in Switzerland. And there has been so many creators covering CERN, so much information on the web. It can almost be overwhelming trying to read about it because it's super sciencey, super nerdy, but interesting. We got Rockland, California in the building. Hey, y'all, jury family. Hello, hello. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, Jerry, welcome. Adrian, welcome, welcome, welcome. Love bringing good energy to the chat. Kiva said they're going down one by one. Oh, well, you know, that's interesting because I did see something about the G7, and I wasn't even going to talk about the G7. So we can go all the way in with everything. So the portal opened on July 5th. And since the portal opened, the goal for them, hey, Shayna from Texas, the goal for CERN, they tell the public, y'all. Now, this is what they're telling everybody, that they're looking for antimatter. And even what that is kind of vague, but they say basically the street name or the code name for antimatter is the God particle. And they have been working on this machine for 17 years. 17 years. And they've spent a lot of money. The US has given $531 million towards CERN. And the US is not a party or participant to CERN. They're just what they're called observers, because there are some nations that aren't, I guess, in CERN or a part of it, but they are just observing what happens as they open this portal and try to find the antimatter. So the world has been very interesting. So let me start with on January 6th. So they open a portal and these particles start to go. Thank you, China. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Y'all making me blush. So they open this portal and immediately the elites felt a backlash. On January 5th, they open, and you guys, I did a video too, because I know live with the jury, we go and we kind of let it flow, but I did a shorter video. But January 5th, portal opens. Okay, whoop de doop de doo. We all nervous. We don't know what the hell is going on, but we just let it go. And I turn on the news and see that after the portal has been opened on January 6th, the next day, the Georgia Guidestones. Now, y'all, if y'all remember, I feel like we talked about Georgia Guidestones, or maybe another channel has. I feel like we talked about that just passively. Georgia Guidestones are these stones that are Masonic, and they have guide principles for the way of life and how to live. Now, the issue that people have with the Georgia Guidestones is the first principle. Let's get into it. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Hey, Jay, you know the calf. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. So they want to maintain humanity. And this was standing and posted in the built and resurrected in like the late 80s, early 90s. And these were like the commandments for the Masonic, order. And people took issue with it saying 500 million for population for humanity. Because as everybody knows, the population is getting bigger. It's like 7 billion people on the planet. So how are they going to achieve the 500 million? So it seems it's scary. So someone felt a way about the guidestones and felt like they just needed to come down. Portal come open, and the guidestones are blasted to smithereens. Someone says, some people call the person who did it a criminal. Some people call him a hero. But the Georgia Guidestones with these things talking about depopulation was blasted to smithereens, y'all. Taken down. And I just want to know, do y'all think that was a coincidence that they opened a portal and then this thing that's their commandments for the powers that be is blasted to smithereens? What do y'all think? You say God struck it down by lightning. Praise his holy name. Praise his holy name. Yep. Not a coincidence at all. At all. So there is no information that I know of so far about the person who took it down. Like, I don't even know if it was a man or a woman, because on the tape it just shows someone kind of running off. So I don't know, but I can say the Guidestones didn't make me feel safe and cozy in society, knowing that some people with a lot of power aspires to, I guess, reduce the population. But I guess God had other plans. God had other plans. God said no, no. Hey, Nicole, welcome, welcome, welcome. So the Guidestones came splattering down less than 24 hours after they opened the portal in Switzerland. And the Guidestones are in Georgia. So we are just trying to look at all the events since they opened this magical portal. I mean, I guess if you go looking for the God particle and you might not be godly, maybe them particles get to, I don't know. So another interesting fact, after the Guidestones were down, immediately authorities, you would think they'll do like an extensive investigation. No, they did their, investigation, but what happened? Demolition. They came and cleaned it. The city came and cleaned down everything. And people was asking, isn't that kind of odd? But they said they wanted to clean it and remove, the debris for safety. I guess they were a danger, the stones in the middle of a field. I don't know. And then, y'all, July 7th. So July 6th, the Guidestones come down. And then spin the globe. And then in Sri Lanka, And I don't know if you guys heard about this, but the people, the citizens, the brothers and sisters in Sri Lanka have ousted the president. All the citizens on both sides have band together. They stopped fighting about politics and they have ousted the president because they were protesting and refusing to accept the extreme poverty conditions in their community, in their country. And the issue was the president, and I don't want to butcher his name, so please, I'm just going to say the president of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. I don't want to, I don't want to mispronounce his name. He was living very lavishly, very successful, very wealthy, lots of money, limousine, a palace, all the things that, people would just enjoy to have. But Sri Lanka is super, super poor because of the way he politics. And even the military, police, and officials joined the protesters, honey, and said, you gotta go. So they opened the portal and those guidestones come down. Day 2, Sri Lanka citizens stand. So have you guys about this with Sri Lanka and the president being ousted? The president of Sri Lanka, now where is he now? Y'all get into this tea. After he got kicked out the country, he was on the run. Boom. On the run. He on the run, just flying through the countryside. But and the limousine is for illustrative picture purposes only. Well, he flew to the Maldives, which I was like, oh, that's fancy. Because he had to leave. First, he was on the military base. And because the military was like, yo, the protesters are really, really turning up. And they had to, protect him. And let's see, I'm trying to pin your comment, but it won't let me pin it. Yes. Why is it not letting me pin it? The protesters they were swimming in his pool because after the protesters, completed the oust and they got word that the president, was on the run. Oh, baby, it was game on. It was game on. They felt victorious. And it wasn't violence. I didn't see anything about violence. It just was people fed up. And when they came across the presidential palace, that's his house, entire country sunken into extreme poverty, and this is how the president lives. Politicians around the world, it's just not America. Is this a global thing, just shady? I would feel bad being this rich and knowing the citizens, the people are poor, but they ousted him. And as Kiva said, into the pool they went to cool off from, stress of protests, because it's stressful fighting for justice. They went to his home and took a swim. I ain't mad at it. It's my understanding they did not damage the home. And based on the reports I saw on BBC News, they said, was it Twitter, y'all? I can't remember either one. But they said that the protesters were actually shocked. Like they knew the president was rich, but they never been inside. Hey, Deion Sanders. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. So they never been inside the president's house. They didn't know he was balling. Like they knew he was rich, but sometimes someone rich and then you go to their house and you be like, oh, you rich. Like you rich. Like, oh, goodness gracious, you rich. They were shocked. They were amazed. I saw pictures when they were holding up the socks because they were like fancy socks with gold trim. People were just amazed, like, this is what you're doing. But they really enjoyed themselves and took advantage of the pool. So Sri Lanka citizens have ousted their president. And I was reading, they said that they're going to have to bring in an interim president and they're going to have to do a lot of work with the political logistics on dealing with how to restructure the government when a president has been like kicked out the country. And the president is trying to figure out, the president of Sri Lanka is trying to figure out where he's going to get asylum, because he can't go back to Sri Lanka because all the citizens, the government, and everyone said, you got to go. So he's been ousted. He's on the run. He did one day in the Maldives, maybe a luxury resort or something. And then he realized, oh, this is serious. Like, I can't go home. And he darted over to Singapore. So the president is a multimillionaire, but Sri Lanka citizens were faced with extreme food shortages. And I was reading that also the farmers were being taxed and kind of pressured to subsidize or privatize for organic farms. So that's an element that some people say was a part of the reason for the revolution in Sri Lanka over July 7th. And y'all, let me show y'all an aerial photo. When I saw this picture, let me know y'all reaction. This is, now y'all know why the president on a run. Let me show you. If all the citizens do this, I'm out. I'm out. So all the citizens went there, not with intent to harm, but they demanded, holding signs, you have to go, leave immediately, get out of our country. They were not playing. And the president and the few military that was on his side realized that they had to get up out of there, because military, police, and other government officials started joining the protesters. And by the time the president was like on a run out, his team was down to 2. That's all he had. That's all he has is 2. Now, once he get out the country, they may give him, some type of international additional security, especially given this. But no one's chasing him. They just wanted him out the country because he was toxic. Rich, wealthy, a home that looks, like the museum or something. Like, whoa. And the people were fed up. They have agriculture issues that are not being appropriated properly. Farmers are having food shortages. People who grow the food were starving. So everybody band together. And next thing you know, he was in a limousine on a jet flying to the first thing smoking. Woo. That portal. Woo. So Sri Lanka citizens really activated it. So we had a world leader, and it's such a beautiful place. You're right, China. But I'm hopeful that when they get the new president that they instate or elect, I'm not sure how they're Republic, Democrat, or I'm not sure the government structure, but when they have their elected official or the person they want in power, however their process is, I pray that they turn it around, because it's a beautiful country, amazing people, like beautiful country. But those people were done. They were done. I hope they come out on top. On top. I hope they come out on top. Then day 3. Now this is solemn. This is solemn. And if you guys watched the other video, you already know it. So day 3, July 8th, it's Japan, the world leader in Japan. And I don't know if you guys heard, I'm sure most people have, but he I don't want to say the word, but he was deleted And this shocked the world. Japan is known, not known for rapid gun violence and things like that. That's not normal in Japan. This is extremely shocking, unprecedented. Literally this is literally just, it shocked the globe. And I don't know if you guys heard about this, because there's so much that happened. So we in 3 days, and we have one world leader ousted, one unfortunately taken out in a country that isn't even known for gun violence. So it sent shockwaves across the world. So the nation of Japan is in mourning. They're in mourning, and definitely sending our condolences and prayers to them, because that's something that shocks the nation. And, in the US, we be so busy fighting with Biden and Trump, like we forget to just take a moment to care about our global citizens. So I'm sending good energy to Sri Lanka for the revolution and kicking out the corruption. It got to be done. Do it. And condolences to the nation of Japan for the loss of their prime minister in the most unfortunate way. And the person who did it was it's so many questions. It's so many questions, y'all. And they're still investigating. So I don't know enough about it. But when I say, yeah, it was handmade. And he didn't even appear to have on any type of vest or protective. Like, it's all very bizarre and hard to trace. But I mean, I guess he didn't do too good, because they caught him. They had that map and was like, here you go. Like, this is insane. Yeah, that one just. And then the theme of issues and major developments with world leaders, it continues. Y'all, July 9th. No, look, at least I didn't see this coming. I just thought they fuss all the time. In the UK, London, City of London, UK, United Kingdom. Yeah, I think he was in his early 30s, the guy. So we have another one. Boris Johnson. I'll give a disclaimer. I'm a true independent. My theory, they all bad. But so I don't take sides with politics or any of that. Just giving you the tea. I never saw this coming. And if you guys follow like UK Parliament politics, I always feel like the UK be really spicy. So when they fussing in their parliament and everything like that, thank you, China. Thanks, China, for the super chat. Thank you so much. So you said carrots are dancing under the hat. Thank you. So Boris Johnson resigns, the president of the UK. This is the next day after the prime minister in Japan has fallen. And that was after Sri Lanka president is on the run, Beyonce edition, leaving the country. I don't think it's normal to have this much crazy ass stuff happening back to back. And if you don't think that's crazy, on July 9th, the president of Sri Lanka, who was on the run, he sent his formal resignation just to make it like, look, he was telling them, I don't want no smoke. I'm done. just in case. He was like, listen, I don't want no smoke. He let him know. I'm out. I'm trying to find a new home. I was out in the Maldives. That was a 24-hour situation. I'm in Singapore. I mean, listen. So he put in his resignation. He was stressed. And he didn't do anything formal, honey. No. He didn't do anything formal. He sent an email. He wasn't going to go ahead and deliver a presidential letter with a seal. Well, we saw the presidential palace, so I don't know if they will be accepting him as a visitor since it appears the citizens now reside there. Might be tanning in a pool, relaxing. He sent an email. So it's going down in a town in Sri Lanka. Sorry, I keep saying it wrong. Pardon me. And once he sent the email, just to show you the citizens weren't violent, oh, bright minds, you own it. It is something. It's something. The citizens rejoiced and celebrated in the streets, partying all night long after they received the official email that the president of Sri Lanka was resigning and not coming back to the country. He's not coming back to his palace to get his things or his cars or any of that. Military told him, like, no, you ain't the president here no more. We need someone who is responsible and care, because everyone was poor except the president. And then July 10th, scandal hits America. Scandal hits America. Hey, Jody from Scotland. I agree, Jay, no cap. Very odd. Scandal hits America. I'm gonna have to give the disclaimer, like the prescription medications. I do not endorse either party. I just call out what's happening. I think they're both the same, corrupt and compromised. I think we just need a new batch of leaders all together, of people who actually care about the people. But on July 10th, yo boy, and I'm gonna have to censor myself because I don't want any community guidelines issues with YouTube. I don't want no smoke. I'm gonna behave, but I'm gonna tell the truth. So, yo boy, America's Biden's son, hot ass mess that we know him to be. This ain't new. This ain't no dig on nobody. Everybody know. You know, president's kids either go either way. They be like really good or really wild. Oh boy. Hunter Biden, a hot mess. Hunter Biden, I don't know. It was something with years ago with his computer. And I don't even remember that. But this hit my desk when it first came out. This hit my desk when it first came out. I literally saw Google scrub the internet. I got messages on Google I had never saw. And I'm just like, it's something, somebody dropped a story on another side so they could fuss. That's what I'm thinking. Y'all, this is the email. This is the iCloud hack from hell. From hell. Nasty person. I can't say much, but I'm going to tell y'all this. The media is only focusing on Hunter Biden and the drugs, but I think that's a decoy. That's a big deal. And they haven't said anything about the pediatric content on the iCloud. If y'all could read, And everyone is fussing about Trump versus Biden, this and that. I'm like, can we just agree? Regardless of what party or religion, creed, sexual orientation, any of that, can we just all agree as humans, as citizens, all just global citizens? Can we all just come up with one thing we agree with? Hurting kids is wrong. Hurting kids is wrong. It's fucking wrong. It's wrong. So this has been shadow banned, hidden. I don't know, every ban you could think of. If you mention it on certain platforms, you get in Facebook jail for just asking the hard questions about. Let me just leave that up for just Hunter. That's you. That's how we feel. Hunter and Pete. I don't want to say the first part to get in trouble with YouTube, but Hunter and his dad, Pete. Like, no bueno. And I'm saying this shit as a former Democrat. Like, I don't care what party you in. Like, everybody want to fuss about, oh, this is a Biden thing or a Trump thing. Like, all right, I'm like, is everyone tripping? Can we all just look for a moment and be like, wait, they told us they when it came to this situation that we can't really talk about freely, without risk of getting in trouble, platform, they told us in the picture of Biden, I can't post because I already got in trouble on another platform, so I'm just keeping it kosher. But he is his picture is 10 times worse. They told us that these things weren't happening. They said it was all fake. They said it was conspiracy. They said it was delusions. They said it was just those people who were like, I don't even like to say the name of the group. The nuns, like they said it was just those radicals. So we, the public, accept like, okay, this shit is so terrible. My brain can't think people doing this. So when they tell us over and over and over again, it's totally conspiracy, somebody going mad. We accept and believe because most people's mind can't accept how fucking like deranged this is and how sick it is. So they told us for 2 years, shut up. Dion, I hit up Trap. I'm waiting on him to hit me back. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. So we could do some videos. Absolutely. So they told us for years. And then they make you feel crazy if you question it or if you say, I have concerns. The easiest way to dismiss a person is to call them crazy. Like, and you don't even waste your time Googling it because baby, Google about throw you off the app if you try to Google Hunter Biden iCloud. It's like nothing ever happened, but my eyes can't unsee what happened. And he can do whatever he want with his drugs and them grown ladies, but that picture in the middle, Hunter, I got an issue with you and your dad. This ain't cool, man. This ain't cool. This ain't about no damn politics. This is not cool. And this since the portal opened, y'all. So they thought they was exempt. So y'all want to get into even more of the tea, political tea. How old? People, we don't know, but people were speculating between 5 and 7. Yeah, so like the crazy ones, right? Because the stuff is so bad. Outside, they got clothes on, those kids, but the stuff is so bad that literally they say you'll be prosecuted if you open it because you'll see illegal activity. So people who are concerned and want to report would actually get arrested for trying to figure out what's going on and send it over to authorities. They want me to tell something. And Jay, no cap. I ain't even think about that. I was so upset about the picture. I didn't even think about that. And guys, don't worry. The picture in the bottom right, that's a grown lady. And she's all blurred out too. But just want to say that. And the kids all have on clothes, definitely, and blurred out faces. But just showing this is about the only picture that anyone could post that just kind of shows you a bull's eye, a peep into what's happening. So America's tea came spilling out. The one picture in the middle with the girls, they're dressed, but they got the little things on. Yeah, those kids, those babies. And everybody want to fight about Biden and Trump instead of caring about the damn babies. And when it's happened, say it again. And you know what? If R. Kelly got 30 years, they need to get 90 because y'all people in power. It is no way to stop the president and his son. Like that. That's the most extreme abuse of power. It's the most extreme abuse of power. So what do? Thank you, Deion Sanders. On it, they distract, distract. So Biden hopped his little behind on the jet because they love telling us climate change, recycle, all of this, which I support the environment. Heck yeah, you got to take care of God's beautiful earth. But I just say, like, all the politicians, both parties are hypocrites because they only fly on private jets. That's the worst thing ever for the environment. Like, I get sometimes you need a private jet, but like, it's okay to just fly first class. It's all right. So Biden hopped his behind on a plane and went over to Israel for meetings where he was, negotiating and doing all of that, pretending like he wasn't trending. And then your boy Hunter and got on a plane and ran to Australia. Now, why do they hop on planes out the country in the middle of the night, 4 to 6 hours after something like this drops, if it's fake? Like, look, they say the only way you could believe in the American dream is if you sleep. Oh, I didn't even know that, Joe Hunter. I ain't even keep up with that. That might he hiding in a bunker because his nasty Pedialyte tea has been spilled. Me and China talked about it to the point. Hey, Els, welcome. Me and China talked about it, about how deep it is, and we were so sad because, like, when we try to, and it's funny, when China and I go looking for something, they'd be like, nah, this ain't true. Let's just research to just find something to show. This is just, we just find more and more confirmation of others. It's so deep. So that's honestly, that's why I think it's almost weird. Every single politician is quiet about this. And not one has said anything. That's weird. This is actually prime time. Let's be real. If you into political beefs and fighting with parties, I would think it would be prime time for Republicans to like, or prime time for the Democrats to be like, these are just distractions. The best they came out with was tacos. That was the distraction. The taco. The taco. That's how, y'all. That's how they got us. That's where America is right now. They finessed us with the tacos. And everybody worrying about what drugs Hunter do when we know he been a junkie. I want everyone to be healthy, but I'm not worried about Hunter. I'm worried about Hunter hurting kids or his daddy hurting kids or any and every politician. So this has all happened. Who put it out? It was I don't know if I'm saying it right, 4chan. It's a website. It was some hackers or something. And now y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? And y'all help me out. 4chan, I think it's kind of a spicy website. It's one of those spicy places, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Now, how is it that they hack for fun, president's son, and they see stuff so bad that they blow the whistle? Y'all, a spicy kind of raunchy website. It's like, oh, this is we gotta call them out. America, that's ghetto. Like, come on. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Okay. So a board that's not about love. But the worst part is when something like this comes out, I'm itching. I want them to be like, yo, this is fake. This is ridiculous. Like, the usual stuff. So you could feel like, and I waited. I'm like, yo, why they not just saying like, this is crazy? No, they kick you off the platform if you ask about it. If you like literally be like, say the hashtag who is, time out, you and I'm like, What's going on? This is scary. Thank you, Els. Thank you. And they tap into, well, I guess they would. You say they tap into people's oh, I don't know if I can say that word, but it's a place for white. Okay, so that's my point. Because I never heard of the website. How Biden get called out by like a trashy hate-based site? Like, you such a terrible person that those people who are say you too much, like this is too much. So 4chan is obviously a website that's not about hate. I don't know if I can say that because we're so censored. They're apparently, they say, a hate-based website. Okay, so we don't support that. But whatever, in that moment, I guess they were so appalled at what they saw, they had to release it because they were shook. So look, Biden even got supremacists and all of that reporting him. So that's crazy. But everybody fussing about politics. So I'm praying for some type of justice so I'll know like it's real. The scariest thing about being an attorney is like not seeing justice where you know it should happen, being so close to the legalities, being embedded in the legal system. Like I'm gonna be honest, it makes you feel powerless sometimes. Like legally, let's just say if everyone just took it seriously and was like, hey, this was a crime. Who are these kids? Where are they now? Are they okay? Can we do some interviews? Let's start there. Are the kids okay? And then go into criminal charges for people who have harmed. Easy. Now, granted, like Constitution does say presidents can't be indicted while in office. So you just gotta wait until the moment that they're out. But Hunter, with his nasty laptop, and then when they came back to the country, y'all, and I felt like it was a troll. And y'all let me know if I was tripping, because I don't do politics. I don't really get into them. I just try to be like, let's encourage each other. But just to kind of follow it and be like, hey, what's going on? They had Hunter raggedy ass at some school with the kids after this came out like 5 or 6 days later. And and you'll go to jail if you look at it. And for me, I heard rumors about it, but I didn't know like the extent. And in politics, I'm gonna be honest, before I was where I am now, where I'm just like demystified by all politicians. Like, but I would believe, like if they fed a narrative, I'm like, okay, well, they've dismantled that or debunked it. But to see how the media was like, that scared me because I'm like, wait, so kids could get hurt and nobody care? But the portal over in CERN has unleashed everything. And I can't unsee it. Oh, Chrissy said it was pictures like this. I didn't know that. Really? Why you ain't go to jail, prison? Like, what in the damage control? Yeah, y'all should have seen. Yeah, they damaged Facebook, kicking people off. When I say I saw a woman, she had posted. She was saying she got kicked off Facebook for posting a meme about it because it's a hashtag to go along with the scenario that I can't say on the platform because I'll get in trouble for the hashtag. But it's funny, and I think I saw that hashtag. I saw the name floating in the chat, but I can't. It's hilarious. No matter what party you in, it's hilarious. And the reason why that hashtag is hilarious is because his own son calls him that shit. So it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm like, this is what the nickname, y'all. Just look up Hunter's nickname for his dad. It's insane. But you can't control the horse once it leaves the station. There ain't no honor among thieves. Like they went dancing with the devil. Mm-mm. Yeah, that thing backlashed. They, else they all got bunkers. Each party, each country, they this. So that's where we are with CERN. So it's been insane. They opened up this portal for the search for the God particle. I'm gonna sum up all that fancy stuff. They say its main function is the particle accelerators and infrastructure needed for high energy physics research. And look how they spill the tea and tell you right in front of your face. As a result, numerous experiments have been constructed at CERN. What? Numerous? I don't know why that just worried me. I'm just learning about the portal, and they said numerous, not several, not a lot, but numerous. That's them letting us know y'all late. We've been doing this. The portal, they say, is going to be open for, I think it's 3.5 years, and they're just trying to see what's happening. And so far, they're not saying anything about the results of the machine right now, like the antimatter that they're on the quest for. But, and they just say they got, it's the smartest people in the world, and they're looking for this matter, but they have not said what it's beneficial for. Because why have they spent almost $1 trillion looking for something if you don't even know if it's beneficial? That means they just haven't disclosed it to us. And the antimatter, I saw a documentary from, I think, 2016. I don't know. I mean, y'all, when so many videos come in, I watch them. I try to go through and watch them. A documentary where it was showing the antimatter like in a vial, and it was like 1 ounce was $3,000. It was really expensive. I'm sure it's more, but it was just a little, and it was like very expensive. But they're never saying what they're doing with the antimatter. So that's the issue with CERN, and they're taking on these expensive, projects. And then, that's on the surface. That's if we just, keeping it scientific and academic. But for real, we can't ignore the obvious satanic energy that CERN is promoting. And, we talked about the Shiva, and the Shiva, in the Hindu religion is supposed to be a positive thing, but CERN is using it in a negative way. It's supposed to be about transformation, but they are kind of leaning more into the destruction side, where you destruct to transform. They are energizing the destruction side. And if you twist and turn your head, the logo definitely is 3 sixes. It is. It's just that I feel like that's not a reach. But get into this, y'all. CERN might have gave us some clues. Did we miss the warnings? Did we miss the warnings? And the thing is, they specialize with hiding in plain sight. So, they give us this big old monstrosities to look at, which is just, it's a very phallic looking object, if you know what I mean. And just, I feel like that shape is a bit of a troll. That shape is a bit of a troll. I know the Masons are into very phallic shaped things. So, ain't that right, Bright Mind? So I had to laugh. CERN will open the portal to who knows what. And look, the Elise is just not living La Vida Loca. Like, man, minus President, Prime Minister of Japan. Not joking about him. That is absolutely sad. It just like, whoa, like Japan. But let's think back. Remember the opening ceremony? The zombified 600 dancers in prison outfits walking into this eye-shaped portal that they said was just art. Y'all, CERN cannot hire no birthday performance, nothing for my birthday. Like, you'll just be like, yo, what is this show? What you into? Oh, it looks like an MRI machine. Thank you. It did look like an MRI machine. Damn, y'all be good. Well. I never noticed this. What about y'all? Yeah, G Monkey, I do like to really, really study and go in when I'm doing the deeper dives. Absolutely. This shocked me. Like I look, this China, if you still in the chat, this is one of those moments when I was Googling and I'm just trying to get clarity on this logo. And I was like, that it doesn't mean that. It's I'm in my mind being a Captain Save, I don't know, the government. I don't know, Captain Save the government's reputation. But I'm like, it ain't no way. I'm like, the Shiva, and I'm just looking at the Shiva, like seeing it in the head. I'm like, this is wonderful. Like, it's just being misused. And then, you get on some of the deep sites and they're like, oh no, they hide in plain sight. Now, this heartbreaking. I'm like, now why is he doing that? Now what you got to do with this, sir? Why are you doing this? Why are you entangled in this? Is this a coincidence? Like, is it just art? Thank you, China. Thank you, China. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, so this was a shocking, and I look, I know y'all gonna be like, April's so soft. I just be so heartbroken every time I go searching for truth and debunking and just trying to believe the things that the mainstream media tells me because I'm a nerd. Like if you tell me, I still got to look it up. So I go to look it up and I'm just like, wait a minute, this is one of the first things that come up. Mm. So are we missing the warnings? Deion Sanders says Steve Hawkins, China. Now I'm about to get sad. Steve Hawkins, because we saw him in a picture too on the island, y'all. China will tell you I was hurt. I'm like, China, what's Steve Hawkins doing on the island? I don't know what we were Googling, but we weren't looking for that. And we saw a picture of him and some other elites, like, partying on Old Boys Island. And I was like, Steve Hawkins, what the? And I got it saved, but I just don't want to smoke with YouTube. But you know what? If y'all want me to, I'll post it on Patreon. I'll post it. And it's not provocative, but I feel like that topic they try to censor and just really, really jack us around on the back end. But Steve Hawkins was over on the island and he cleared it. It's the island. Like you see them, they chilling by the pool, laughing, talking. I was like, sir, I looked up to you. I thought you were a genius. I was like, this is how you be smart. Steve Hawkins said what they were doing would take out the world. Then he turned to God before he died. Wow. Because he was an atheist, right? Or a Lumi in that secret society. Yeah, man. And he did express concerns. And that's what I think is interesting about the CERN thing is it's one of the rare times where science and religion agree. Because usually like it's really weird. In academia, like the higher you go up, the more degrees. It's like people will be like, I'm so high-minded. I can theorize God and prove he's not real. And it's like, you sound crazy. Like God created the whole earth, all of this. He even gave you that little, like everything. Like he gave us our everything. So pastors, like Southern deep pastors that are like some people say extremists, and super liberal atheist scientists both agree that what they're doing is dangerous. It's unpredictable. It is, ooh, coffee. Listen, I want to talk about it, but I feel like I'm playing with a lot of topics and YouTube be spanking me on the back end, so I don't want to risk it. But absolutely, if you talk about it, I'll pin the comment. I will. So everything was created, but no one knows what God is. Like, right. He's the creator of all. It's simple. And I don't get why they're looking for the God particle and they don't believe in God. That's the part that still be tripping me out. That's the part that still like really trips me out. Like, why are y'all looking for the God particle when you don't believe in it? Like, I don't know if it's just like blasphemous or if they're really letting us know like they know it's real. What's the name of it? The Owlin. Bill Gates always involved in something. He always got an Owlin entanglement. Bill Gates stay with an Owlin entanglement. Okay, that's why his wife left him. Okay, Melinda jumped ship because she was sick of the Owlin entanglement. She said, "I don't know. You need to ask him." She said it in the interview. I didn't like Jeffrey, and he stayed with an Owlin entanglement. He stayed trying to be a doctor. I'm just going to read this. This is a random read. We're going to have to get this. Bill Gates has no medical degree, but goes all around the world playing doctor. No science degree, playing sciences. Like this dude be having too much going on not to have the credentials. Like they just let him do it because he's rich. They only let him do it because he's rich. But it appears a lot of celebrities are, tied up with this because the goddess Shiva has been displayed in quite a few music videos. I even saw imagery in Ghana's once I noticed it and I saw what they were doing, I was like, oh my goodness, that's the ode to Shiva. Mm-hmm. And it popped up in the Lemonade video too on the album. Is it Sorry Not Sorry or Don't Hurt Yourself? Whichever video Beyonce is in the parking garage. Whichever one she's on in the parking garage. I want to say it's Sorry Not Sorry. It may be Sorry Not Sorry or Don't Hurt Yourself. I literally can't remember. And I couldn't find a video anymore online. So I don't know if, Beyonce's over there just doing title only or if the Illuminati heat got hot. So she she took it off. Yeah, it's not worth it. It ain't worth the earthly riches. Ooh. It's scary. It's super scary. But everybody going in. So that's what are they worshiping? Everything. Yeah, everything. Because Shiva, I'm not sure if I'm saying, is it Shiva or Shiva? Um, they apparently it was a ritual, a satanic ritual done in celebration of it or trying a ode to the Shiva back in 2016. And CERN said it was a hoax. And I posted the full tea on Patreon. I didn't want to get in trouble on here, but I gave the full tea on Patreon. And I watched the video because I believed that it was a hoax. Not cool. Because I don't watch videos that when people are being deleted out. I don't like to see it. That woman, that was not a hoax, y'all. That was clearly she was naked. They all had on robes and she laid on the ground and somebody was like, and then the guy was so shocked who recorded it, he dropped his phone and ran. Very, very dark. Very dark. So CERN has I have grave concerns, man. I do. I do. I do. And I know we do our celebrity tea, our Hollywood tea, but I was like, we gotta do the global tea. No, I'm not even scared, but just concerned, like one, I feel like they just messing with stuff for no reason, just causing chaos. Like, why? But we'll see. This project is supposed to last 3 years. But what if the machine I don't know, the machine make hunk out or something? Because we don't know. I don't even know how big the tunnel is because when I read different stuff, I get different tea about, like, one says 17 miles, one says 17 miles, but it's multiple ones all over the world. So even trying to figure out how deep it goes is hard. And I'm like, if this is something good for society, why this extreme secrecy? You ain't got to tell us the patent, the secret formula, but just tell us what you're doing to keep the peace. And all that's going on. And little Miss Beyonce, she got her album coming out. China sent me the album list. China, I can't even remember it. Oh, I do remember one song, Church Girl, she got on there. That's, one of her songs is Church Girl. Looking forward to reading those lyrics. Me too. But apparently when you asked about it on social media or try to carry it, you just get thrown off the platform. That's very concerning. Like, honestly, the platform's reaction, because I'm like, are they in it? Like, how deep does this go? You know what, Dion? I think I saw a YouTube video. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, y'all. I be so many during the day. Somebody, I don't know, someone sent me a video. Somebody was reacting, but I saw that where a rapper was signing a contract and he was this the one where he took a little thing and pricked it and then signed it? He signed his contract in literal blood for his record label? That's crazy. And we talked about how the fellas be thirsty. Like, that's thirsty. You're just doing too much. A pen will do. A pen will do, Goofy. A pen will do. Put your blood pricker thing down. You don't need that. Oh, okay. I never even thought about it like that. So it's a what did Kanye say? You living in a simulation. Google lied. YouTube lied. Kanye was 5150 in 48 hours, honey. They was like, and he said it at a concert too. He was like, you all have been lied to. I was like, Kanye was telling the truth. And he got his issues. Thank you. Somebody, yes, they do. It's so insulting. Like, really, that's the joke be on us because they be like, it's right there and they don't even see it. So I don't know. Maybe things will change if Young Thug and Gunna is found guilty. I don't know. I don't know why I'm not. I feel like it's gonna be something crazy where they're gonna get off. I don't know. But maybe if they are found guilty and they set a new precedent with using music, I don't know. Because across the board, I've been listening to a lot or reading, not listening at all. I actually miss music, but reading a lot of lyrics. In China, and I was reading, oh, China, I can't even remember the songs we were reading. Dang, the lyrics too. Oh no, I saw a video with Sloan, the daggone Madonna. I'm like, no, sorry, China. It was a video I saw, but not Madonna, pardon me. Lady Gaga and Lena, like her former homegirl. And Lady Gaga made a song about this mock deletion, but it sounded exactly how this girl passed away. So it was just suspicious. So maybe they will stop being bold like that if they can prosecute somebody for the lyrics. But I don't know. I just feel like something will happen. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be some cat out the bag. Oh, Kim Kardashian tweeted about free Gunna, so that's already letting me know the witches and the Masons are activating the spells. Mm-hmm. Activating the spells. And y'all, we've been on an hour, last topic, and I don't even want to give her too much energy. But Kim, she stayed tied up in something. She stays tied up in something. I was up grinding all night, pulled all nighter, but also made some videos. I saw April Butcher Look, I watched a lot. And Phyllis Kelly, if you in the audience, thank you for sending me videos because I get a chance sometimes to go through them and watch. Thank you. So I saw April Kim Butcher. I caught some of her live with her husband spilling tea on the Kardashians. So I did a video talking about that, giving the tea, but basically April spilled it. Kim's only the face of Skims. It's a black woman running the show, running the show, running the show. People do need to protest all wars. Now, you know what? That just did it. Absolutely, coffee. Absolutely. And y'all, let me tell you, because I just looked, I saw some comments. It was like, give April. I'm like, April, y'all, I posted that video at 3 a.m. So I had put my tags in the right place. Pardon me. But April's video is tagged in the video and in the description box. And I'm sorry, I listened back to it and I thought I said in April's expose, but I think I just said in April's something video. It's 3 a.m. I'm not trying to steal anyone's work. I watch videos all day when I get a chance. Definitely enjoy April's channel. I tagged her, put her in there. It's all love. Don't want no content beef, y'all. It's none of that. It's love. Definitely. And y'all know I shout out channels all the time. I feel like I shout it out all the time. I did. Okay, so thank you, Pika. Because I'm like, damn, it was like 3:30 in the morning. But the comments was like, her. But I think I even put in a comment, like her video was fire. I might even commented on hers. Like I'm a new YouTuber, so I don't know like the etiquette. I just be like, yo, if I see something cool, I'm gonna report on it. And I don't see nobody tagging nobody else's videos, but I do. And not saying you have to, but I just be thinking I'm going the extra mile. Oh, that's a troll account. Someone else suspected that. But I just wanted to put it out there. Like, ain't even no bad energy. Yeah, I figured the troll ain't click the description box to see the link. I was like, okay. Yeah, and I think sometimes the trolls, like y'all, they do it with black women. YouTube has a lot of black women making great content. Some of it's similar, some of it's different. Everybody got their own spin. But black women are doing the dang on thing on YouTube. So the trolls want to come to all black women going up, period. Thank you, Deion Sanders. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you. And we just went in on CERN, y'all, the 5 days of destruction. I don't know. People are saying something about the algorithm. I be trying to, stay within the YouTube friendly parameters, but close to the edge, I wonder why. I'm gonna have to out email YouTube. Oh, I did email YouTube, and they look YouTube on the back end. They be sending long emails, like a dissertation. Black girl magic across the board. It's a lot of channels that's the bomb, and I'm gonna shout them all out. But YouTube told me that sometimes, and I didn't know this. They said if you turn on notifications, but you don't put all, and I'm still unclear on this. If you don't put all, it doesn't give you notifications when you're out the app. So you just turn on notifications. It only gives you notifications when you're in YouTube, which that seems confusing, but seems like it defeats the purpose of a notification if I'm only in the app. But maybe that'll help if you can hit all and personalize it, because that's what they told me. And let me know, because I've saw quite a few comments. And I feel like I'm trying to, I want to go deeper with some of my content, but I'm trying to keep it YouTube friendly to not get in trouble with the algorithm. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy. I am so glad you enjoyed the CERN video, and I'm gonna keep doing updates. And y'all know who else? Trap House Kitchen has been doing a lot of CERN updates going in, so check him out too. He has been doing a lot of updates And I watched quite a few of them. I think I need to, the most recent one I haven't watched, but I want to say he's been doing one like every day or every other day. Thank you, Els. Thank you. So it was just a troll being toxic. You know what? That was a test. That was a test because boy, I was Twitter fingers ready to unload on that ass. But I kept it cute, man. Like, what's the point? It ain't no need to argue no troll. It's love, good energy to April and her hubby. So, and right, all jokes aside, you know, like we talking about the trolls. We talk about Kim, right? Twitter fingers, right? Like I'm sweet, sweet and sour. Like I'm nice, but I'm still a litigator. Like I'm tough. I'm tough. I can think of a YouTube name, Two Fingers. It doesn't have the same ring, you know. You know. See, y'all look, I'll be out in the streets with a troll. And then like it's a bot. It's a bot. Please, April, please April check out the videos. He does his thing. Check out whose videos, Dion. Which ones? Trap? Because the ones on CERN, I've been keeping up with. I just haven't watched the one for I think the most recent one. But yeah, who? Let me know who I need to keep up with. Absolutely. Oh, that's what it is. I'm like, why am I so spicy? That's what it is. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to go like Zen. I'm like, what? Leo season. Ready to love, good vibes, laughter, fun. And look, I know we talk about celebrities and we talk about the trolls trying to create like content beefs. But most importantly, I think just I want to make sure I'm highlighting two big things, CERN, and just making sure we're keeping our eye on that. And the presidential situation. Like, even if you're not political, let's all just pay attention to see, like, just will anything happen? Because I just look, people who mess with kids, they gotta go. Hunter should be gone. Hunter should be in prison. And Biden too. Oh yeah, I mean the ones on CERN I've checked out. I feel like I need to look. The most recent one I haven't looked at, but he's been on some good videos. And the stuff with CERN, you could like honestly between YouTube and the web and just CERN itself, like their publications, you could study all day and never even reach the tip of the iceberg. It's so many things where you just like, okay, well, they do that. Well, what are the other experiments? And what is this? And me too. Trap house content fire. And his ambiance is nice. You know, he deals with heavy content, but he always have a smooth ambiance, calm voice, just like so. Power to all us people and citizens of the world. I will say, y'all, let's pivot the energy and make sure we start holding these leaders across the world accountable. Because we see what happened. When they get in trouble, they run to each other. Biden, he ran to his homie. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. With the dude signing with blood. Now, China, now hold on, China, you making me blush because you just showing out. China showing out. Thank you. Thank you, China. China is Twitter fingers, the sugar mama on YouTube today. She has blessed me with another super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, China sis. Thank you, little sis. I hit up. I got to hit up Tokyo on the back end about something. Tokyo is amazing. I love Tokyo. She's a truth warrior. People don't like her because they don't like her delivery. Tokyo is a truth warrior. She tell the truth. Is that why the resignations with the with the politicians, the more it's coming out, because even that resignation in the UK, that seemed weird to me. That seemed odd. I love the content, love, and Night and Day. That's another channel I love. They so funny. Listen, if you in your house, clean and doing what you need to do, you put them on, you're gonna be cracking up. Be cracking up. So y'all, let's make sure we hold our politicians accountable. And in the Court Chronicles family, y'all know we don't fight about party. Like, I don't really, all are welcome, because my theory is the same. I ain't trying to convince you to take my position. I just think they all compromised. I think just something's broken. But regardless of the party, let's hone in on the conduct. And remember, when the media is telling you, anytime you hear something in the media that leads with the Democrats or the Republicans, know that they're shaping a narrative. Like, escape who did it, and just let's look at what they're doing or not doing and be like, okay, well, when you was campaigning, you said X, Y, and Z, you ain't do nothing. And then ask yourself on both sides, how many times do leaders for whatever party you repping say that the reason they didn't accomplish their agenda was the other person's fault? Democrats and Republicans both do that. See, they got something in common. And we get finessed because we so busy fighting each other. And if we not fighting about politics, we sure as hell gonna fight about race. If we ain't gonna fight about race, we're gonna fight about religion. But if everyone, 24 hours just said, you know what? We just gonna be God's, we all brothers and sisters in God's eyes. We just gonna take that mantra seriously for the next 24 hours and examine society together. Because even if we don't agree on politicians, we could agree that hurting kids is wrong. We can agree that people shouldn't go hungry. We could agree that people who serve in war should, be taken care of. Just things that are just basic, like, shouldn't we care about each other? Like, I ain't political. I'm a humanist. Like, I just give a damn. And y'all want some tea? Y'all want some constitutional tea? Do you know political parties are not mentioned at all in the United States Constitution of America? And do you know the founding fathers of this nation actually opposed political parties? They actually said that will be the one thing that will destroy a nation is factions. And that's the fancy word they used back then for political parties. Faction, a specialized group with same and similar tenets, ideologies, factions. But the truth is, the political parties in America, that's, y'all, it's a game. You repping your set, red or blue. You will fight, steal, delete, and storm a Capitol or something else. Like, people will do anything for the flag they repping. And they don't even realize it's gang mentality. People who are professionals and lawyers and realtors will come to blows over politicians. That's gang activity. That's gang activity. Like, America's, y'all, everybody in the gang, like, just please stop. Can we just focus on the issue? Fighting about who's an amazing person. We don't know any of these people. What they doing? What they doing? What's their action? I just like facts, and sometimes people don't like facts. Like, they talk about the gas. I'm like, but has anyone went to the Department of Transportation, EIA, aviation, to look at how much oil and gas we get from these regions? Like, does it make sense? Like, just really trying to hold them accountable and saying, is it odd that all the politicians, both Democrats and Republicans, have heavy investments in oil? Both of them. Throw a purple flag, mix red and blue, they all compromised. So I think we need to focus on the accountability. We see what happened in Sri Lanka, and I'm not saying we need to kick by now, but I'm saying that people, when we band together and focus on the issue, as opposed to repping our set, the Dems or the Republicans, more could get done, and you could clean out corruption. But if the powers that be have us fighting each other on politics and race and celebrities and jobs. We have no time to take a moment to say that they have all lied to all of us. We all have been deceived. No one is exempt. And while they lie to us, they pay no taxes, all of them. So the Democrats and the Republicans fuss, but they all rich and they don't pay hardly any taxes, both sides. But we do. Teachers do. Janitors do. Car salesmen do. Y'all see the scam? So they got us fussing about which way to tax us. But the gag is none of them billionaires pay taxes. And once they all get in office, they become multimillionaires across the board. Across the board. That's weird. Like, I one day just kind of Googled net worth and I was shocked. I didn't know like, do you guys know how rich politicians are? I didn't know. I was confused. Like, wait, salaries be like 150, 225, 150,000, 225, 200. But they not just like millionaires, like a few million. I had a book that was a hit. I invested good. Right, Dion, they rich, like $50 million, 100 million. How they get rich when they get in office? All politicians. I guess if you got direct access to the whole Department of Treasury. So let's not fight each other. I'm not, I support absolute voting, being informed, but don't have the gang mentality in the voting booth. Red or blue, I'm clinking to it. Because what happens when we cling to our rep and our set? Democrats ignore what looks like rampant Pedialyte activity. Republicans ignore what looks like treason, corruption, and obvious stealing money from the government. And then they point the finger and say, who's the worst? Y'all, they're all playing us. So let's stop fighting each other and hold the leaders. I don't even know how we got here, but hold the leaders accountable. We fund their BS and never see them do work. Like, let's think about it logically. All they do is travel on these jets and do press conferences when they have time to work. Like, for real. Let's tell the truth. Because, I mean, with YouTube, doing everything, it's only 24 hours in a day. I be woe out. For real, when do they have time to write an intelligent brief in all of this? They don't. It's a finesse. It's an absolute finesse. Deion Sanders said, but your sister should have took the seat because she might have been able to make change. But I can understand if you don't want anything to do with the system, because some people will be really, really over it. And look, Joanna and Joanna gonna hit the nail on the coffin. They all are corrupt. And that lawsuit I read, and y'all know what? I don't know. God just be putting me in mysterious, curious situations. But that lawsuit, before they scrubbed it, I read it because I was a lawyer. So I went and read it, and it was gruesome. Like, it was gruesome. Like, I will post it, but I think sometimes I feel like it's just like that. I can't go but so far. But that's why I said they all alike. So one is like, oh no, she's 14, and the other one like she 4. But both are illegal. Like, dirty money and dirty politics, a dirty game. Ooh. Learn the Bill of Rights. And I think people would be more open to looking at the political party structure if people really knew. Because people, like, I tell people political parties aren't mentioned in the Constitution. People laugh at me. They say I'm making shit up. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's not. Like, that's the biggest joke. And if you read the Federalist Papers, they had debates like back in the day. They have them little curly wigs on with the boots and the tights. Like it would be a bad B outfit for a female today, but back in the day, how they used to dress the men, and they'll be in there debating, and they were so against factions and political powers because they said when people band together, you get groupthink, and absolute power corrupts power. Whew. So see, they all doing it. Trump speaking nasty about his daughter. Like, dang, I forgot about that. He was super weird. Dang, like all the politicians do so much. And to keep my peace in America, I keep up with world news, national news, and just the edges of politics. Like, not too much into it because I understand it's political theater. I get politics very well. It's all political theater. It's nothing more but theater. So sometimes I just have to see what's on the play to know what's going on. But dang, I forgot. He was creepy and talked about, like, Trump, didn't he say he would date her? If they weren't, he was like, yeah, like if she wasn't my daughter. Mm-hmm. Right, J No Cap, they do so much stuff. We can't keep up. So Trump had a lawsuit by a 14-year-old, him and the infamous Epstein. They scrubbed that off the website so fast. And then jury members, Chrissy is reminding us that Trump was speaking nasty about, is it Ivanka with the K, Ivanka. And I do remember those weird. See, they all into some weird stuff. And then I'm the bad guy, and we crazy on the platforms because we just saying, like, it's weird. Like, it's weird when presidents be kissing their grown kids on the mouth. That's weird. That's absolutely weird. Well, I know there Sir Sniff a lot. Like, every picture of this man is sniffing a kid. That's weird to me. I'm like, that's weird. And sometimes I'll be like, maybe I don't watch enough politics and maybe this is normal. Because every time I tap in, there'd be some crazy stuff across the board. Across the board. All of them. But I think they distract us from their fraudulent, corrupt, and illegal activities with the gang war. The American gang war. The ultimate American gang war. Republicans versus Democrats. Welcome, Dungeon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see this. As a special educator, Miss Sheila says, as a special educator, I learned the older I've come to, law is not law. It's relationship. Money is sad. And I guess I have to cling to some hope because I do see a lot when the law works as it should. But I think it compromises the entire system when people who are in the highest throes of power don't subscribe to it. Because what people don't understand is the law, as strong as it is, the only thing that holds the law together in any society, the only thing that like makes it not like all fall together, is people's mutual respect. Just all the people were like, we agree to, subscribe to the code, and people don't go to jail. And that's simplified because we got systematic racism and everything in America because America just can't stop. Welcome. Get on in here. We on dabbled on politics, political tea, and it is getting good. So with like trying to maintain optimism, but it is scary because the law is only held together by everyone's mutual respect. So if politicians continue to flout the law, it's going to subliminally send the message over and over again to society that the law is this, disposable thing that could be activated, retracted, and expanded at pleasure. That shit is dangerous and reckless. It's dangerous and reckless. But I see it like now, literally, I'm scared to talk about politics. I don't know what's going to happen once this post go up. And all we're saying is everyone should stop fighting each other and hold the politicians accountable, because people have been so like brainwashed into who politicians are, and the media props them up like they gods. Y'all, these be the most mediocre people. This is theater. If you think Hollywood is razzle dazzle, baby, Washington, D.C. is even more of a finesse. Trust me, I know. Trust me. So, pulling inspiration from Sri Lanka, I hope the United States will one day, we ain't got to throw nobody out, but all just have a moment where we're like, yo, we demand better conditions, period. Because wow, what thank you so much, Miss Sheila. Like, we deserve transparency. We deserve to see the rule of law being upheld. In law, y'all, we actually have a rule of law. There's one rule of law. People may not even know it. It's just lawyers, and just we learn about it, and it's kind of something that philosophers, dealt with over the years as American jurisprudence was established. But there's only one rule of law. We have golden rule and rule of law. The rule of law, the law of law, like boom, 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 is no man is above the law. Be that Supreme Court justices, presidents, Republican, Democrat, senators, men, women, no man or woman is above the law. That's what this country is built on. And every law in this country is built on that pillar of no man being above the law. So when we get, right, not in practice, but in theory, but we can activate it in practice because we don't have to accept the finesse. If everybody just do a truce and put down the gang signs, the Republican and the Democrats, the elephant versus the donkey, and throw down their bandanas for the colors they repping, and we stop fussing about Obama was this and Trump was this and Bunker Biden. Like, no, the commonality between all these mofos is they trash. So what's the point of us sitting over here fussing about which bag of trash stink the most? They all stink. So we need a new system. We need a system where if we have a penny, the corporations don't make money. In 2020, corporations made record profits and no one caught that. I'm like, so we had a unmentionable word, the panoramic, and literally when people were in dire need, jobs, unstable, not knowing what to do, America's corporations, not only baby did they get their PPP first, because they got their PPP coin, but they made record profit. So how does companies that be needing the PPP, big corporations, make record profits and hike the prices because we're at all-time inflation to explain it? We should be mad at the leaders. And a good example, I think, is like, I'm gonna use an example because we all go here. At least I think all of us do. One of my spots when I want to feel like a baller, the Dollar Tree. When I want to feel like a baller, when the sky's the limit, when I ain't gotta worry, just They went and hiked this up to 125. No big deal. Like I get it. Y'all been rocking at $1. But let's do the math. The CEO for Dollar Tree last year got like a $40 million bonus. And Dollar Tree made the most profits in history. So why did they have to hike up the prices? It wasn't to offset any fuel costs. It's American greed. And then ask yourself, who does Dollar Tree pay? Probably politicians on both sides, and you would be right. See how that shit work? They are, right? Just everybody repping they set. People were like, that's not true. I'm like, no, this is politics. Is the only thing where you could get doctors, lawyers, professionals to steal with everything. Like, just people will get down, disown a family, everything. Dollarama. Being Dollar Tree, just like I'm a baller. Just say every time I get to the register, a little nervous, and I remember like, yes, I'm at Dollar Tree. But I wanted to protest, but still I'm kind of at the behest because I like it, just random. I don't know, they be having random stuff, just random cute little candles, just stuff. But they put out to the media at the same damn time. And this is a troll. We made the most money ever. 3 months later, we got to hike up prices because things are expensive. Hold up. Every corporation did it. And what about the fact that, like, I don't know what this big oil thing is, but I do know that we only get 3 to 8% of our oil from Russia. I know that. If y'all want me to pull it up on the EIA website, I'll put it on. Let me see if I'm in Chrome. Can I? Oh yeah, I'll be able to share it if y'all want me to share it. But how does 3 to 8% of our oil, being cut off from one region, and I'm gonna break it all the way down, one region cause a nationwide hike? So at the most 8%. So if 8% of your budget increase for something, your household budget goes up by 8%, does that justify every other bill going up? No. And I don't know what side is what as far as political parties, but just like looking at the math. Well, let's break it down a little bit further. It's sanctions on Russia. We don't mess with Russia. Biden say, you ain't getting none of our coins. But let's be real. Most of our oil comes from Canada and Mexico. And if you think about it logistically, how they be playing us, it's so expensive to get oil from Russia. That's why we only get so little. So this nationwide hike to justify 8% of the oil that we don't really use, that activate that often, is crazy. And I think I mix up the petroleum and the oil, but both are small percentages. It's greed. And our politicians tell us that, it's not what we think. It's like they constantly be telling us we dumb. Like literally, I posted on Instagram that the cost of a barrel of oil is cheaper today than it was 10 years ago. And honey, why are they gonna put a fact check? I'm like, I got this from the US government's website. So the fact checkers be lying. And I went in on Instagram. I'm like, don't you come for me because I got a receipt and everything. So unless you saying the government line. But literally telling people, y'all just listen. They blaming Democrats. They blaming Republicans. Fuck that. Let's ask how many of y'all politicians have investments in oil. It's astounding. It's unbelievable. Like some politicians only get oil money from lobbyists and they get like big checks. So let's think it through. If all the politicians, all of them have some type of oil investment, big or small, all of them got stock in this. This is some good ass stock. And now oil is the most expensive it's ever been. Do you think Democrats or Republicans are genuinely, like for real, working to make it cheaper when they all benefit from their oil stocks across the board? No, I don't think so. I think they balling right now. I think they balling. Balling. Ooh, that was smooth, y'all. Look at that finesse. We said Russia. Russia said Ukraine. Ukraine said, I don't know. I need help. And everybody somehow got lost in the sauce because we, got their attention on world chaos that ain't nobody looking at like what the numbers. LAPD is such a debacle. They and I ain't even saying that as a joke. LAPD really does have games. Like it was a whole expose and everything. So that's where it becomes, if the cops are involved, government involved, they quiet about things they should talk about, and then they keep us fighting like what's really up. So y'all, what do we do? And China and I was talking, I was like, look, I'm tired of the low vibrational. Like, I don't want to fight about politics. I don't want to fight about race. I don't want to fight about being angry. I just want everyone to come the fuck down and we all just say, we need to band together and say something has to be done for a better collective good. Because I don't know about y'all, or maybe everyone is a baller, but my life in the past year, just living, I feel like I'll be in a grocery store like this every week. I come home with a smaller and smaller bag for the same amount of groceries. Like things are so expensive. I feel like everywhere I'm going, I'm getting taxed. And the politicians ain't saying nothing, but it ain't my fault. Hey, Silk the Shocker. That's all they doing. Me either. China and I had an explosive case. So explosive, we barely could talk about it. Look, the platforms have already, we accidentally discovered something crazy. And we're going to do an expose about the organization that's like to shop at Wayfair. Yeah, they like to shop at Wayfair. There it is. Can't we all just get along? Look, just diffusing hate. But if you notice, like when you're on social media, look what everybody fussing about. What? I noticed that even on Shade Room. I'm like, how y'all fussing about politics on a Remy Ma post or just something like, dang, they got everyone fussing. Oh, definitely true. Oh, it's so true. Every politician loves shopping at Wayfair. That's probably one of their favorite stores. Hmm. Yeah, I'm sure they got coupons and all. But the thing is, you say it's a big setup, but remember they can't outsmart us. When people band together to just kind of call it out, that's when miracles happen. That's when mountains move. That's when you get the Nelson Mandela, I almost said Mandela effect, but not the Mandela effect. That's a whole other thing. But the Nelson Mandela, being able to really change. So you get the New Zealand prime minister when people band together. Oh, I didn't know that about Tinder. Oh, see, and Tinder had just got, you remember y'all, I feel like at one point, like years ago, everybody was on Tinder. And then I feel like you just woke up one day and it was just trash. You was just like, whoa. Like it just went down. Like Tinder is just now disgusting. You just be like, ugh. It used to be like cute and fun. And then it just really just got the agenda really got a hold of it. The agenda with the powers that be really got up in there. LM, I don't even want to I'm not gonna pin that comment because I don't want to, put your tea out there. That's crazy. Y'all, we gotta stay safe. A jury member had a crazy experience on Tinder. Crazy. LM, you both, how did you escape? Did you mm, mm. Sorry, that was just my little karate. Sorry, you saw the little karate chop. Just make me mad, violating people's personal space. And just as a, like, I guess a petite woman, if you will, because I'm short, and I guess y'all probably never see me stand all the way up. But being short, a lot of times, like people like invade your personal space in ways that are unbelievable. Like I'm like, do tall people not have to go through this? Like people just think when you are small, they could just pat your head, pick you up. It's insane. Like, oh, so Tinder, yeah, Tinder got weird, real fast, and deleted just as fast. Yeah, it was. I remember like years ago, it was fun, like, oh, and then just all my friends was like, yo, is Tinder weird? All the pictures like weird and nasty. No, thank you. Mm-mm. So all with the agenda. But once we pan back, look at who owns Tinder, who owns the platform, who supports it. Do those people pay our politicians? Let's follow the money. because these entities don't exist unless it is allowed. Because when you have chaos, then you need them to come in and save you with control. Situational design. That's what it's called. You organize strife, then you organize chaos, you organize media ambushes where they repeat the same statement. That's why I can't deal with American news. Like, they repeat the same statement over and over and over again. Have you ever noticed that? When you just watch 5 stations and they all say the same buzzwords. Like, literally, when I watch US News, I don't know if it's because I don't watch TV. I'm very sensitive about frequencies and things like that. But literally, I get a headache because it feels like someone's trying to brainwash me. And then they all use like the newsy voice. I feel like if I ever did an interview on TV, they might be annoyed because I'm not going to participate in the. Because you just got to be yourself. If that's not me, the news anchor voice, I ain't going to be able to pull that off. Right? You got to be yourself. If you funny, be funny. If you cool, be cool. But it's because they're trying to brainwash you. They'll be like, the rise and fall of democracy, the rise and fall of democracy, like 4 commercials. And I'm like, nobody heard that? My head and ears are starting ringing. I'm like, I can't deal with US brainwashing. Give me some Australian news, some world news. I can't do the US MK Ultra through the TV. They're not getting me. It's mind control. It's so bizarre. But the media, I think, I didn't realize how much they were infiltrated by the powers that be until this recent thing with the CERN. Like, I felt like the media, all the things that we've covered on Court Chronicles for like world news, political tea, just random topics is big, and the media has not been talking about it. Literally, Hunter Biden iCloud got hacked, and I was on like, I think it was Yahoo News, and they was talking about DIY Christmas ornaments. They was trying everything not to talk about it. I'm like, look, we know they're all bad. They all got nasty stuff in their phone. Now it's his time, and his stuff is just illegal. And he's implicated Peter. And you guys research who Peter is. I'm like, that's wild. Like, I'm a former Democrat, and I think that's crazy. Like, Joe Biden has a nickname. You won't believe what it is. Crazy. So, y'all, let's keep our eye on CERN. Let's keep our eye on CERN. And also, let's keep our eye together. If y'all see anything, drop it on this video on world news. Because I feel like in the US, like we in a cyclops. Because a lot of the stuff that's going on with the world news, I feel like I only heard little snippets. Like, I am more interested in hearing, day-to-day coverage on Sri Lanka and like what's happening, how's it going, like how's everything going. I think that's more interesting than Christmas ornaments in July. But they barely gave it any coverage in the iCloud, honey. They over there just Helen Keller just can't see nothing, just whoo. He just the media just don't even know what you're talking about. So I'm just hoping, we could pivot. So we'll run it up with the tea. But y'all, please, let's run it up with the world news. Let me know, drop in this video, just some world news, something you saw. Because something you saw someone else may not have. Because, the algorithm, everything. Just so we can know what's going on with our brothers and sisters around the world, sending them good energy and knowing to keep an eye on it. Because Sri Lanka, we got to look at where they fall in the international space. Who's going to be the president of the UK? Like, what is going on? Can we go to the UK while they ain't got a president? I don't know. Looking at Japan, when is the new prime minister going to be reinstated? So just really paying attention. Looking at, I think it's the new, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, but monkey, like, I don't know what's going on with that. So just trying to keep a handle. Let's tap into world news and really figure out, one, are our politicians cheating us, or are they doing a good job, or are they just trusting us? Like, let's do an assessment in the comments. Let me know where you live. You ain't got to give the exact city if you don't want to spill nobody's tea, or country, but the exact location in the country. But just generally, Let me know for your biggest politician, president, prime minister, and the local people outside of elections. Do you ever see them? And do you really like, has anything ever like changed? And I ain't saying nothing changes, but I'm saying that they do less than we realize. Back to back to back to back. But baby, it ain't happening to us. It's the elites getting the heat. Baby, talking about pour the tea, the elites getting tea spilled on them. Spill, splash. Look, our tea is cute little innocent tea, and the elites tea is what I say out the tea kettle, the urn, slash and third degree burn. So let's tap into it because I'm curious about political conditions in South Africa. Like, not a chance to just felt like we hate them, but no, like, are you for real happy, like, as a citizen with your leaders? Like, because, sometimes we could just be happy in our individual life and be like, forget them, I'm just going to live in my matrix. But are you happy? I'll start first. I live in California. I'm not happy. I feel like California has some of the most powerful Democratic leaders and they could do more. All they do is argue in Congress. Like, you they got the juice. They got Nancy Pelosi. Like, so they got all this power and all they do is complain. As far as the Republican leaders, I'm not pleased because they are dismissive, and I'm speaking for local, which is things that bother me. They are very dismissive to the middle class and poor people in California. So a lot of Republicans have policies that make California way more expensive as far as land. A lot of Democrats have policies that make California more expensive as taxes. So for me, I think the issue is they both do the same thing as far as making the cost of living more expensive. And all of the politicians only pretend to like people, normal, regular people, when it's election time. And living in California, which is new to me, like we got some of the richest politicians. California, I think California Democrats and Texas Republicans are some of the wealthiest politicians for just different energy, oil, or whatever. So to see that is kind of, I don't know. Like, I, I guess they say it's a Leo thing where I just kind of say to something about like, they just pretend to like poor people or, people of color. Like when it's time for elections, like then they go back to their castles on a hill and make policies that benefit their pocket. Because the only people who made money during the pandemic was the politicians and the corporations. Okay. Finding balance. And absolutely, I'm all about balance. We got to balance these scales. And the Sri Lanka people don't kicked it off. And UK, I think someone else, I think it was Jay No Cap or Deion Sanders said that you think something fishy is up. I don't want to get too much into it, but I think the reason why President of the UK quit is because somebody found out how much he likes to shop at Wayfair. That's just my theory. I don't have just that's my theory. Because you don't quit like that. I think somebody just found out how much he likes to shop at Wayfair. Because that's an international thing. You a man giving up power? Come on. A white man giving up power? A man, just a man in general, being a president? Nah. Mm-mm. Nah. Somebody was about to Hunter Biden you probably. And he was just like, let me bow out. Because, in that world with the elites, they say blackmail is the name of the game. It gets real raunchy. Really? Wait, Kivu, now tell me some tea. Because if he is, we got something to look with. America, whoever's doing the locking up, bring your cups over here. Oh, yeah, Deion Sanders, absolutely. Making money and finding peace. Check. Wait, when did this happen? Yo, we got hot tea coming in from Bolivia. Hold on. Let me get y'all up to date. Give me 1 second. Was that Evo, the president of Bolivia, who quit back in 2019? I think. I had to look it up. I had to go get the tea. All of them are involved, and that's the real tea. And y'all, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm so grateful to God because I'm always timid. Like, look, YouTube be very strict, never know the rules. I'm timid about going too far for YouTube, for running the risk of not being able to share. But like, and I know YouTube, be going like the Wayfair thing. I think it's safe to say it never made sense. Sloan did a video today. I think it's something I'll confess all the time where I just kind of be like, let me just look around, Google what? Like it always bothered me. Because then you think about it like, yeah, they rich enough to do it. And when the CEOs was resigning and the Q folks was rising up, and y'all know YouTube ain't gonna let me say that. But when the Q folks was doing a thing, I didn't even put two and two together. Because when you listening to the media, you hear the media say, yo, they crazy, they making up something. And then you kind of see the story of CEOs. And the media tricks us to say, like, so-and-so exits the company with $40 million, something. They make it seem like something good. And you're just like, okay. And you don't really connect them. But when you pan back and look at it, or things like the Biden iCloud hack that revealed that our president is like, it was clearly there. I don't care what anyone says. I saw that shit. That shit was crazy. If they're saying it's fake, they're lying. I'm telling you, like, it was. Listen, they some sick ass people, y'all. I wouldn't have dinner with them. For one, I probably wouldn't come home because that's how, like, listen, it's no exaggeration. I don't even know what I can say. Like, it was pictures where children had like backs over their heads. Like, yo, it's some crazy ass shit. Like, weird, unacceptable. So if I run into Hunter Biden, I come in peace, but I am going to execute a citizen's arrest. I ain't got no weapons. I just got melanin, so I know that gets real scary out there in the streets. But he needs to be detained. And for President Biden to bring Hunter to a school a week after his iCloud has been hacked and Twitter is suppressing and doing damage control, people are curious, to bring him to a school and have him stand on stage. That was the moment Biden became an asshole to me because he was trolling. Biden is not unaware that the whole world knows his nickname. But maybe he doesn't know Biden. We're looking at you, your friends, who I'm looking at the Democrats, but I'm looking even harder at the Republicans. They use any opportunity to fight. You would think Republicans would be like, "Arr!" This would be explosive, but they quiet. Why are they so quiet? Because they all involved, y'all. They all involved. Holly, and you know where Hollywood and politicians merge? The Met Gala. The Met Gala. That's where you see the merge. Thank you, Patty. All in on it. And that's why I just like nowadays, and it's a new revelation for me, but literally it just makes me sad because it's like people you just kind of love, and artists you enjoy. I can't even consume their content when I know that it's satanic and nefarious. Like when people repping Illuminati, I'm like, so you like kids? Like, just say that. Like, don't say some name that you think is cute. Just say what it is. Like, I'm tired of like dancing around it and all of them doing this shit. It means you like kids. It's nasty. It means you're into satanic stuff. It's nasty. And I don't even think I can repeat that. But that's a constant theme that they joke about. Holly weird is not funny eating people. That's weird. Like, and it confirms all the fetishes. So it's one of those things. So I don't know. I'm tapped out. I ain't mad. Not at all. I ain't even fed up. Just want a new way. Want a new way. Why would the politicians in the meet in the Met Gala, and I guess Els, and you know, and here goes some tea because Els is in South Africa. The biggest finesse people, and people just realized it, but most people for years didn't notice. Cameras aren't allowed in the Met Gala. So all these years, this smoke and mirror, we never saw the inside of the shit, and people didn't even realize it. That's how they got us in a trance, and you know all the stuff they do, the occultist stuff. But yeah, cameras aren't allowed. People didn't even realize. And the gag is, if you look at the Met Gala, when you see people go up the stairs, y'all, me tell you another secret. You never ever see anyone walk in the door. And you know, they walk up the stairs and come down. You never see anyone open the door. So I don't know what they're doing. Probably rituals. Honey, Hillary Clinton was there, so ain't no telling. They all evil. Like they just be doing bad stuff, just make me sick, and they pretend to be good guys. Well, Hollywood, not that I'm ever on their radar, but rip up my invitation. Cause look, I'll be in the Met Gala, and the next day I'll be 5 o'clock in the morning, like y'all, unbelievable tea. Let me give it to you. They're all corrupt like we expected. And the nerve of these people to act like they better than us. Like they out there doing the worst shit. Like whatever, whatever, whatever. They can have it. But I will say with the leaders and the celebrities, like I'm just kind of tired of the narcissism. I'm tired of people in power not caring about society in general. And I'm tired of people going to bed harder for celebrities and what is defined as art more than respect for their faith. Because a celebrity could be blasphemous, put a daggone crown of thorns on their head and everything, and we can't say anything. It's like nowadays, you lame, you're vilified, you're attacked, you're called like out of touch or prude if you say anything that gives reverence or respect to God. But people could bow at Beyonce's feet. And nobody thinks that shit is weird. Beyonce's such a queen, she follows no one. 300 million people on Instagram, she follows no one. And we bow at her feet. She puts no profile picture up. I ain't giving y'all shit. Don't ever like not one picture. Don't respond to one comment. And if someone says that she's been blasphemous, those very people who have been ignored for over a decade will attack that person. That's mind control. Celebrities ain't perfect. You can love Beyonce and you can say, I like an outfit, or you can say, I don't. It's okay to have an opinion. But when they make opinions illegal and have people fighting each other about Democrat versus Republican, black and white, religion, like, no. We all brothers and sisters in God's eyes. Like, I don't want to get to heaven and then we still beefing about this. I just can't imagine, like for real, I just cannot imagine that in heaven God got like a black neighborhood and a Latino neighborhood and a white neighborhood. I cannot. So let's stop fighting each other because they don't had us all up under the spell. He said, she my queen. Right. The Met Gala is the museum, but they have something in the museum. Because you remember this year, they did an actual, I think Rihanna was the belle of the ball, and she wasn't even there because you know they vote people to belle of the ball. But they did a wax statue of Rihanna in a red lace Vogue get up when she was given everything. So yeah, it's insane. That's what we at now, where like literally content creators got to be scared to talk about God. I remember on one of my videos, somebody was nasty. It was a long time ago. I ignored it. But she's like, I was enjoying this video until you talked about your religion. Ew. I want to be like, do you see first? Like, wow. Like we made celebrities and politicians in this gang, this Democrat and Republican gang that people are jumped into uh our guys. Let's just band together and ask the hard questions. Let's stop fighting each other about superficial divisions. Because it don't matter if you're Republican or a Democrat, if your dang on kids are hungry, if you ain't got gas money, can't pay your cell phone bill, it doesn't matter. Never ever have I called my cell phone company and they were like, "Oh, you need a payment plan? Well, what's your political party? Let me see if we got something for you." No, that shit never matters. It's a pointless fight. Never have I called my landlord and he's like, "Oh, you know what, April? I'm doing a half off for whatever political party, blah blah blah. What are you?" No, it's gotten us nowhere. It should have, if you're somebody who went all the way deep in the game on January 6th, it got you scratches and bruises and some charges. And whatever they was trying to say was lost because everybody thinks they did the range. So now both sides fighting again. Like, nah. What makes people so angry they storm a Capitol? And what the hell makes people so angry that they attack any alternate ideas? Like, we gotta stop fighting each other, y'all. Democrats and Republicans, fuck that. Don't pick a game. Because at the end of the day, it's us, the citizens, needing to hold leaders accountable. That's it. I just want to say it 1,000 times. Because I'm tired of politicians. Like at one point in my life, like way back when, I was like, oh, I'm going to be a politician. Like I believed in it. I was so hopeful. But to see how little they get done, and in my opinion, it appeared that they do it on purpose. Like veteran politicians seem like they kind of stall and fuss on purpose. Like I'm a person that kind of like to get shit done. Mm-mm. It's a game to them. So hopefully we'll be able to band together. I don't even know where to start. Don't even know, do we ask that politicians be locked up? Do we ask that people stop fighting so hard about parties and just be open to listening? I think that might be a starting point. Because I'm so glad I ain't a Democrat or a Republican. Damn, they be fussing all day on every single platform. That shit is unbelievable. So hopefully we'll be able to come up with something, some system of accountability. Because politicians have tricked us to believe if you check a box, they can say, I don't know, stereotypes for liberals, because I'll say or right leaning people, but each stereotype is the other person is extreme, blah blah blah. But outside of like crazy ass political views, somebody come up to you, your neighbor need a glass of water, you're gonna give it to them. Like you're not gonna be like, are you Democrat or Republican? Because I'm not giving you water if you're on the wrong side of this shit. No, that's a superficial fight. Especially when you realize that all of them, every single one of them is quiet about something that they said did not exist. So quiet that it's scary to me. Not even any of the women y'all spoke out. So, oh, the devil makes people angry on the inside. Well, what he gonna do about this portal now? Because the portal is open and it's going down over there. CERN has opened this portal. They don't know what they're doing, trying to play God. People who don't believe in God and they looking for the God particle. I'm just always confused. So y'all, we have been rocking for 2 hours and 10 minutes. I was trying to make it shorter. I promise I was. But yeah, I'll put the timestamps. I'll go through and put the timestamps. Definitely, definitely. So time check, y'all, is 8:26 in LA. Power to the people. Power to all the people that decided that we no longer gonna play this game and we're not doing the game mentality anymore. We letting it go. You could be in a party and not be willing to ride or die for it. You could just have an opinion, espouse your opinion without imposing. So time check, 8:26 in LA. I'm about to get some dinner. So that's all I got, y'all. I'm saying good night, but definitely make sure y'all comment on the video on the playback. Sorry, it went longer on the playback. I know they're gonna be fussing, but don't worry, I'm gonna put the timestamps. We was going in today. We was going in. So y'all, thank you so much for joining Court Chronicles while we looked at CERN, circled over to Kim briefly, but it wasn't even important today because we just kind of looking at the world news. It's a lot going on. And I just want to also thank the official jury members, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me and trusting me. Thank y'all so much on Pink Honey, just sweet everybody on Patreon that rocks with me. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it as I find my way as a content creator, trying to find topics that's meaningful, impactful, so spicy now, juicy too, because we gotta feel something. But thank y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I will tell you every time we go live, like for real, for real. Thank y'all. Y'all keep me encouraged so much. Thank you, Kiva. Thank you. And look, I see y'all really chopping it up in the comments. Thank you, Coffee. Thank you. Please share, because I've noticed videos that's just like pure spice and juice be going crazy. But when we get into heavy stuff, I don't know if it's the algorithm or if it's interest. So please share, because I really want people to just like, yo, we got to diffuse the anger, everybody. Woo, woo. Thank you, y'all. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Patty. Welcome. I'm glad you caught it. Oh, thank you, Dion. Patty, thank y'all. Thank you so much for y'all kind words. I really appreciate it. I really do. Y'all keep me inspired. And confessions, even though y'all see this confident exterior, sometimes I'll be nervous, like, oh my God, I gotta talk about this DM machine and these science words. I gotta say slow. I might be messing up, just nervous, like human. And as soon as the live come on, love start flowing and good vibes, and it's just like boom. 11:28 in Savannah. All right, all right. Caramel, jury caramel. Y'all been cracking up in the comments. Mimi Wings, 11:29 in New Jersey. Oh, thank you. You said this channel makes you feel smart and sophisticated. Woohoo! Yeah, we can't be paranoid and furious. We ain't gotta be paranoid. God got us. Like, we just gotta listen and just, and don't be like, just be bold. Like, be bold, but that we ain't gotta push it on anyone. People, oh, you're just saying stuff, you're making it up. No, the facts lead us to these conclusions. We have a right to say, hey, we concerned, we care, and grow. So yeah, let's ask the hard questions, and then we can feel fancy together. Shoot, I be feeling smart doing the live too. I'm like, man, y'all, because it's like a big detective agency. So when you live, you have your notes, but you may miss things or forget when you're just kind of talking. But y'all in the comments catch things that I be like, oh my God, oh my God. It's like one big detective agency, unstoppable. Imagine, y'all, what's going to happen when we save the world, because it looks like that's where we're going. Because I'm tired of the beef. I'm tired of everybody being angry, fighting over politicians. They scratch, lock them all up. 11:30 in Buffalo, New York. As we do the sign off, y'all smash that like button. Please show that like button some love. Like it with love. Boom, boom, boom. Live with the jury. Live with the jury. They say people don't like to jury duties. We beg to differ at Court Chronicles. We beg to differ. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that's all I got. This has been a spicy, enlightening jury session. Did not expect it to go where it did, but so happy that we was able to tap into just a little bit of the rabbit hole that we all think about, we all express mutual concern about, and we both express that we give a damn about who's shopping at Wayfair. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. And shout out to jury member what? David, Sophia, because I know they be in here, hit the playback. China, thank you for coming through. J No Cat, thank you for coming through. Sheila, thank you for chopping it up with everybody. Caramel, thank you for cracking us up in the chat. And y'all don't have to go watch the playback because I love seeing the comments when I'm watching it on the playback. So then I feel like I'm a part of the tea, back in the mix again. Joanna, and you came through. You was dropping fire. Thank you so much for telling me about 4chan, the website. Like, how Joe Biden get called out by a supremacy website? Like, oof, you ain't got no scruples. They calling you out? Oof, dude. So we have covered science, international law, and Calabasas tea on Live with the Jury. That's all I got. Y'all, I hope y'all have a beautiful Friday. Sending good vibes. Y'all know what I'm going to say. Don't let the boss work you too hard. Just give them good energy, good vibrations, emit light, but nothing more. It's Friday. It's Friday. Good energy. And when it's time to clock out, skedaddle. Do something nice for yourself. Relax your mind. Raise your vibration. If you are in South Africa or in London, well, hopefully be careful in London with no president, but it's already tomorrow. So good morning. Thanks, Queen. Thank you, China. You always keep me encouraged on the back end and just really keep me inspired. Thank you. So thank y'all so much for rocking with me. We going in. If you guys want me to do a full video on Hunter Biden, and I'll give the receipts that I can. I'm not going to put any beyond with the little girls. I'm not doing anything beyond that picture when they were dressed. But if you want more information about the salaciousness and how we were able to connect the dots, please let me know. Drop it in the comments and say, you want to know about the scandal, the iCloud, whatever. Let me know and I'll do a deep dive and looking at it from a politically neutral stance. And I'll cite if it's a government website or who I'm citing, but just looking at, are they using political strife to have us ignore something that could be very serious and nefarious going on? So love and blessings. Please smash that like button on your way out. That really helps the algorithm on these types of topics. So ladies and gentlemen, until next time, court is adjourned. Oh, before I adjourn court, China, we haven't picked the exact date. China, almost forgot. Me and China doing a drop for y'all. We haven't picked the exact date. It's going to be next week or the week after next. Y'all know China, has her schooling, her operation, her blog. So definitely in my situation, so syncing the schedules, but we working on something really, really good for y'all. And China always read a good ass read in a roast, honey, or eat in a roast. Okay, Carmel. Okay, so if 100 people comment Hunter Biden, it'll be a video up by the weekend because I want to talk about that more because it's international crimes that appear to have happened, and I'm just looking just purely at the information, cross-reference with social media posts because that's where you get them. You look at the social media, it's like, oh, you were there because that's you on vacation. It's right there on your social media. So, and really trying to figure out what's going on. Is there some secret network that we need to find and bust? So thank y'all, jury members. Court is adjourned. I will see you all in jury duty. No live with the jury on Monday, but there will be members only lives on Monday for Patreon and excuse me, I almost said Instagram and YouTube. And I've posted, I think, the link for both of the hosts up, and then we will have our jury family next week, Thursday. If there are any topics, let me know. But for the Hunter Biden one, I think it's very important, and it kind of ties into something major in our global diaspora. So I really, really, want to. So let me know if y'all want it, and I will give it from a non-MAGA Obama perspective, just straight up and down the facts. Love y'all so much. Court is adjourned. I see this ability. Hunter about to get, ooh. You know what? I ain't gonna even, let me see. I may have one little, let me see if I got one picture in here. Because It's a lot of work. You got to blur them out. I'm just going to drop one little receipt if I got it handy. Just to give y'all a sampler platter of the situation with Hunter as we on the way out. You know what? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stay. I ain't getting in trouble with YouTube. I ain't getting in trouble with YouTube. Very crazy. But the safe, you know how you say safe? Be loud and vocal. Be loud and vocal. You just got to be loud and vocal. That's the way to say safe. So blessings, prayers, Everybody stay safe. It looks like Hunter might get a spill, 100 comments, and I'm going in. And I mean, I'm talking about him, but I have to talk about the nicknames and the intent. Like, what the hell is going on? It's so child protective services need to be called. Like, that might need to be done. Like, seriously. He's sad and sick. That boy spent 30,000 one time and 50,000 one time on like drugs. And I'm like, that's out of touch. That's people's salary. Okay, so it looked like Hunter might get the read. Yes. Okay. And I will give the caveat that Hunter will be the initial, but I'm going to talk about what I think this all means in the bigger implication. It's just my theory on what I think, just looking at how everything lined up. And that Cruel, China, if you're in the chat, I don't know, China left yet, but Cruel hit it. That's the case that me and China always reference. That's still emotional for us. It's a case that changed my life. I think changed China's life. Like, to see how deep and how the organizations are involved. Like, when you start calling the people who are supposed to help and then you see they are not, that's scary. And being like, oh, if the cops the bad guys, the child protection service the bad guys, the FBI, you're like, wait a minute. No, it can't be this crazy. No way. But it'll drive you crazy. So you have to lean into optimism and just be like, nope, I'm not the only person who thinks this shit is crazy. So yeah, the Hunter Biden piece will tap into that, because it's like, what are these little kids? Yeah, it looks like Hunter probably gonna get red. And I was worried. I said, people might want to fight about politics, and I didn't want y'all to, be strifing. I just wanted to just talk about what's happening, because Hunter's iCloud implicated Democrats and Republicans, so all of them seem corrupt. And it just seems like it's a war for the babies, the kids. And kids are impressionable. So, they maybe want to make an altar filled with negative things. And it's not okay, because there's a lot of agendas being pushed on kids right now. Kids are being forced to make permanent decisions when they like 3. When I was like 5, I wanted a Mickey Mouse tattoo. I just couldn't even understand. I'm like, I want to be in a Mickey Mouse club. I don't even get it. I don't get like this. It's so much. Like, let the kids be kids. Which means we gotta do it even louder. Make sure y'all share the video. Get it out, because the algorithm be trying to hate when you say little buzzwords on truth. Now, if I would have been in here world starring and ratchet this and that, trending. Algorithm likes fire it up. You said the post would not even register? Wow. Okay, so I got to reshare it. Now I got to fight even more. See? You don't stop a Leo, because then anyone in a zodiac sign, they say just don't tell a Leo no, because we are very disciplined. Like, don't tell me no. It's like, what? Who said no? Mm-mm. Yeah, all the Mickey Mouse house kids are jacked up. Wait, the only one that I think has a sense of peace, but I don't know if she's Mickey Mouse, was Raven. Was Raven Mickey Mouse? No, she was after the Mickey Mouse Club. She was Raven in Orlando, was in that genre, the Hannah Montana genre. And then the Mickey Mouse Club was the Justin and Brittany. Yeah. So getting into it, So, y'all, that's all I got. Y'all know it'd be hard for me to sign off. I love y'all. This is the hardest part for me. So, definitely, please show love, hit the like button, share, and subscribe so we can make sure these topics are shared just as much as the Kim Kardashian. Like, the stuff we enjoy Kim, and she's a great understudy because her legal entanglements are good for teaching about the law. But let's make sure we share the impactful stuff too and the good vibrations out. So love y'all so much and looking forward to knowing the vote on the Hunter Biden. But I already feel like let me get my PowerPoint ready because y'all know I love a good PowerPoint. So y'all have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful week. And if you guys haven't checked Patreon, go ahead. The ritual that CERN said was a hoax, I did put it up. So check it out whenever you get a chance. I put not the actual video because I was concerned, but I did put up the images and kind of the detailing of why people said it was real and not a hoax. And we're going to keep our eye on this. So love y'all so much. Thank you for joining Court Chronicles and the moderators in the building. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all always come through. Y'all always gracious. I mean, y'all and the moderators and just some of the day ones, y'all be on all the platforms supporting me, supporting China. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. Thank y'all. Y'all have been rocking with me, rocking with China. Like it's just beautiful. I appreciate the vibe. I appreciate the energy. So y'all have a beautiful weekend. And Hunter Biden tea may be dropping this weekend, depending on the votes in the comments. Talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Have a good night.